So, everyone in the world has given up on the Cincinnati Bengals. They go to Minnesota last week. They get demolished, 48-10, worst loss in franchise history. I understand why you might feel that way, but we have to remember, this isn't college football. This is the NFL. These teams are a lot closer than people think. The fourth team and the 23rd team in the league, they're a lot closer in talent than people think. Look at this. When teams get demolished in the NFL, they come out the next week and they typically play really well. Here's a stat for you. In weeks 2 and 3 in the NFL, this is going to wrap up week 4 tonight, but in weeks 2 and 3, there are 9 teams who lost by 17 or more points who have played so far in week 4. Of those 9 teams, 8 of them have covered the spread the next week, and a lot of them have just straight up won. The one who didn't cover, Tennessee, who we all agree is really, really bad, with apologies to Brian Callahan, who is still beloved in Cincinnati. Look at this. Week 2, Baltimore beats Cleveland 41-17. Cleveland the next week, getting embarrassed, a 24-point loss. They beat Green Bay as a home underdog. Straight up beat them, not just covering the spread, they beat them. The big one that sticks out yesterday, so in week 3, Seattle hammers New Orleans 44-13. New Orleans goes to Buffalo yesterday and holds their own. They're 14.5-point underdogs. They cover. They only lose by 12. Pretty respectable for New Orleans to go into Buffalo and hang in there. I just think the Bengals are going to hang. Chicago beats Dallas 41-24 in week 4. Everyone thought Dallas was a home dog last night to Green Bay. They end up covering. They end up tying, which stinks. But, just the proof is right here, man. Washington beat Las Vegas in week 3, 41-24. Las Vegas covers in Chicago yesterday. Played really well against the Bears. So, will the Bengals win tonight? I don't know. I really think it's kind of a toss-up. I'd say if the Bengals were at home, I'd feel a lot better about it. I'd say if they weren't on the road in prime time, as the schedule makers love to put them, I'd feel a lot better about it. But I'm going to say it again. The Bengals are 7.5-point underdogs tonight. In the last 2 weeks, of the 9 teams who have lost by 17 or more points, 8 have covered the spread the following week. I'm not a big gambler. I don't talk a lot of gambling on this show, but that's about as good as it gets, is it not? So I trust the Bengals to go in there tonight and hang. Denver has lost 2 straight, both close games, but people are talking about this like the Bengals are going into Philadelphia or Buffalo. Like, the Bengals will absolutely hang in this game. And remember, prior to Sunday, this is a Bengals team that had won 7 straight games going back to last year. I know Burrow's out, and that's obviously the biggest piece for them. But let's not act like this Bengals team is a total, disaster. They were on Sunday. It's a week-to-week league. Everyone has those disastrous outings. I'm not saying they win tonight, but I certainly don't think they get killed. And if you want to feel good, maybe you can make a little dough in the process.